Hi, I am here with a package of bees and I wanted to show you how I'm going to try to put them in. So here's our bees. There's about 10,000, it's 3 pounds of bees, and there's one queen in there. And she's actually connected with this little metal tab in a little cage, so I'll have to pull her out. And this is their sugar water. So I picked them up yesterday and they were supposed to hang out for a day, and now I'm supposed to go ahead and install them into the hive. Okay, now unfortunately I've had to do this multiple times because I don't really ever know what I'm doing is correct or not correct, and I'm kind of trial by error. But we all know making mistakes is how we learn, right? Right. So my other consolation, because you're like, well, making mistakes is murdering bees, possibly, but I think most of the bees left and found a different home. So I'm hoping these bees stick around. We did get some really awesome honey last year from those bees, so I'm hoping things work out. We'll see. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this can out, which is gonna open a big hole, and some bees might come out, but that's all right. And then we have to take the queen out and examine her. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do. Let me see if I can angle this better. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out this can. And there's a bunch of bees here you can see on the outside of the can there. They're actually pretty chill. I didn't do any sort of smoke or anything. They all seem pretty calm right now, which is good. And now I'm going to try to take the queen out, and we'll examine her and make sure she is alive and looks okay. And we'll have to brush. These bees have been protecting her and getting to know her, so they're all over her. And she's in a teeny tiny cage, and these bees are going to serve her now. So all these bees, there's one queen, one main lady, and all the rest of these bees are going to protect her. So we're just trying to gently brush the bees off so we can take a peek at the queen and make sure she is alive and healthy. So far in a whole year, I've only been stung 3 times, and I'm pretty sure those were all my fault. Because remember, when the bee stings you, it rips the stinger out and the bee dies. So that's not really what they want to do. They're trying to protect their queen. So I must have either scared them or gotten too close to her and didn't realize it. Okay, so I'm going to try to show you this queen. Let's see if we can see her. I don't know if that's a good enough. Can you see that little dot on her? That's her marking. Maybe I'm too close. Let's see. So that's going to tell me where she is. So they're not all marked, but this one is. And I believe the color of the marking tells you what year your queen is from. So this one looks like it's just white. And so she's a 2021 queen. And then I guess as your years go on, you can see if you still have this white dot queen, then you know how old she is. And eventually they'll have to pick a new queen. That's a whole nother process. Okay, so she looks really healthy. She's buzzing all around. She's sealed in the bottom here with a little cork, so she can't get out. And then I'm going to put her in this hive with all these bees stuck in this cork like this. And then in about 3 days, I'm going to let her out. And at that point, the bees are going to hopefully be totally in love with her, and they won't leave the hive. Last time, I think my problem was I released her too quickly, and things did not take. So I'm going to try not to mess that up this time. Okay, so there's a screen only on one side, sorry. So we need to make sure that that is in between the frames so that she can still breathe. So I'm just going to secure it with this metal tab, something like this, in between 2 frames so that the rest of the bees can get to her. So I'm going to bend this tab to the side, and hopefully I can get this in good enough. That is good enough. Seems secure. Hopefully that's all right. And now what we have to do is we have to dump all the bees right in here. And I'm also going to make sure that I covered the front so that they have to kind of stay together, and I'll show you the front side of this. And then I'm also going to put sugar water in here, and then there's little holes at the bottom, and they're able to drink. There's a little holder here, and then they can go ahead and drink before the flowers aren't out yet, the pollen's not here yet, so they can go ahead and eat that because they'll be pretty hungry. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna set the can here and they can just climb off. And I have my little brush. And this is like totally insane. You can see how many are just falling out of here. And there's a big old pile of bees. But they're seriously, nobody is angry. They're all quite calm, which is nice. So far. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. And they are landing on me, but so far so good. And again, they don't want to be hurting me because then they're gonna be dead. So that's never a honeybee's plan. I can't speak for all the other bugs. Okay, there's a ton still left in here, but there's a lot on the top. So I'm gonna start maybe trying to brush them in a little bit. Try not to squish any of them. So when they're on you, you just kind of brush them off, just gentle, because you don't want to hurt them, and they're probably pretty confused. And I'm just trying to brush them into these cracks here, nice and gentle. And remember, the queen's in there, so they'll be smelling her, and they'll be trying to get all around her. And that's how they're going to know where their home is. And even though I'm going to have a second hive, they're always going to come back to their queen. So they'll know the difference between the two hives, which I think is pretty amazing. Now, do I have a way to verify that? Not really. I don't have all these bees tagged. I don't really know. But that's what science says, so I'm going to believe it. This bee's kind of stuck at me. Don't be scared, bee. Okay. I'm much calmer doing it this year than last year. Last year, I was just about hyperventilating. This is much better already. These are Italian honeybees, which are supposed to be a gentle bee. And I didn't really want to try something that was already marketed not to be gentle. That didn't seem like a great plan. This is just like the bee movie. There's a bee caretaker who takes out the dead bodies. There's nurse bees. The queen has the biggest body. I think she has the biggest body. And small wings. And she doesn't really do a lot of flying. And if the queen leaves, the bees all leave. So anytime I open the hive, I have to make sure the queen is in here and that I don't lose her or squish her, because that will be the end of the hive. Okay, I'm going to try to shake some more out. I mean, it's literally like such an insane amount of bees. 3 pounds of bees is about 10,000 bees. Again, I didn't count them to make sure I got them all. And hitting it doesn't seem like a great idea. But I don't know. This is what I watch on YouTube, which is where I get all my education from. Okay. Woo. on me. Get in there, come on. This brush is a special bee brush. It's pretty gentle for them, so it's not supposed to hurt them. They're all over my legs. Woo! Okay, ooh, mama. All right. Okay, let's see if I can get some more out. Whew. A lot of bees. Now, I'm not going to get every single one. I'm just going to leave it open, but I got most. I guess can't really see too well here. There we go. Mostly empty. I'll try to brush some off, and then if I leave it by the entrance, they'll hopefully figure out where the buddies are. Ooh, that sounds like an angry one. And it sounds very close to my face. Whew. Don't freak out. Okay. Trying not to make my spitting record bigger than 3, but it's okay. Not that bad. Let's put one big ice cube on there. Alright, so I'm going to try to brush the rest of these guys in as much as I can. Then we'll close it up. And you're supposed to also do this in the evening, so there's less chance of them flying away. Ooh, they're really on me. Okay, I'll stop brushing, you guys. Woo! I don't know if you could see how many are on me. I'm so much calmer than I was last year. Woo! This is way better than last year. Okay. Keep going, bees. All right. Go in by your queen. All right. Okay, so try not to step on any. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pour what's left of this liquid into their little container while they're situating themselves. Let's see how we got there. Okay. Ooh, there's so many on me. All right. Let's pull out this little plug. And of course, this tipped over in the car on the way from getting them, which is awesome. Sugar water. That won't attract any other kind of bug, I'm sure. This one seems a little over. Okay, let's see. Oh, man. I'm trying to pull this without stabbing anyone. Okay. All right, bees. Okay. This is just sugar water, which, oopsies, I just dripped some. And I'll make them water, sugar water, to fill in here. Okay. Put this little cap on. Try not to squish anybody. Okay. So then this will help also block their entrance. Watch out, little bees. Okay. Hopefully this is not dripping everywhere. I'll go out and check it later. Whew. Okay. All right, I'm gonna show you, let me grab this. There's bees all over the tripod. So here's the situation we have now. There's a bee on the back of the camera. And then this is the front here. So this is blocked off. So they only have this space to come and go. Again, for just getting dumped out, they're being pretty chill, which I'm very grateful for. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, put the lid back on, and then I check them in about 3 days. And by that time, they should know their queen for sure, and I'll let her out. And then they can continue their work, and hopefully all goes really well. I think that's over and out for now, and hopefully the queen stays good and the bees all take care of her, and then we will check back.